What's up, guys? TruckDriver101.com here, and what we're going to talk about real quick here, I got to get to going. So, a guy posted up a question: CR England or Schneider? CR England is refrigerated. They're going to do mostly refrigerated freight. What you really need to do is get on Google, go to Google Maps, and look up cold storage places. After that, I want you to get up. Yes, you have to get up. Drive to a truck stop and look for those trucks. When you see those trucks at a truck stop or a rest area, you need to get out your car, park it, and walk over and talk to the driver. The things you might say to the driver: hey driver, I'm thinking of working for CR England. I was just wondering, do you come in this area a lot? Are there pickups in this area? That's all you got to ask him. Very general questions. Don't get specific. Don't ask him how much he makes. He doesn't know you. Don't piss him off. Be really nice. And if he says, fuck you and I won't talk to you, well, you just walk away from him and don't worry about it, okay? The other thing you need to do is you also need to understand, what do you plan to do long term? Do you plan to become a refrigerated person and go into, refrigerated hauling, or you going to be an owner operator or something? I might try truck leasing with CR England. It will be risky and it will be tough. CR England is a tough place to make it if you don't listen and you're not willing to train. If you listen to the other drivers out there who are making it, you're going to find putting yourself in the company's model, training, doing refrigerated freight well, getting off your butt and running from one point to another fast. I mean, you got to be a disciplined, focused driver to make it at CR England. And some people who are even disciplined and focused and listen to other drivers giving them advice sometimes don't make it, okay? I'm not saying you can't make it at CR England. I'm just saying if you're not serious enough about doing that type of freight and doing it with that company, you might not make it, because so many people go in there and they think it's going to be like a job. Understand, as of today, when you become a truck driver, you no longer have a job, you have a career. So it's all about gaining knowledge, increasing the things you can do, and increasing the abilities that you have. Secondly, let's go over to Schneider. Schneider is a company that does tanker. They probably do a little refrigerated. I know they do some regular hauling, just regular type of freight. They do a lot of intermodal, and Schneider's a pretty big company, okay? I think it's way bigger. I'm not sure, but I believe they're way bigger than CR England, okay? However, Schneider has so many different divisions, especially the tanker bulk division or fuel division. I mean, I'm not sure which one they call it, but I know they call tankers. But there's all types of different names you can call stuff. But bottom line is they have tanker. If I was you, I would go to Schneider, get into tanker if that's what you want to do. Remember, that's what you want to do. If you do, you need to get your hazmat and you need to get your tanker endorsement. Get all your endorsements if you can. Then I would go to Schneider. I think Schneider has a lot of options in it. Schneider is not as pressured towards owner operating, and Schneider has a lot more terminals and a lot of stuff like intermodal and tanker, and that's just different stuff you can learn how to do and see what you like. So you got to look at this not from I'm going to get some money, right? Look at this from the perspective of, I'm going out here to learn, and this is the first step in my career. So try to think about it like that. I'm going to learn, and this is the first step in my career. Think about it like that. Don't think about it in the terms that everyone else thinks about careers, which is, oh, I'm a slave and I'm going to be working this job to the day I die. You're not. So if you're serious about refrigerated, go do refrigerated. And if you're serious about owner operating, try your luck with CR England. It's going to be tough. If you're focusing on doing some variety of stuff that Schneider does and to intermodal, and you really want to, try all this different kind of stuff out, and I think they still have lease purchase programs, or you can probably still own or operate and buy a vehicle. I know some guys who bought some Schneider trucks that was like, he spent like $9,000, I think, somewhere like below $10,000. And it was a pretty good truck, and it had like a whole lot of miles on it. I think he got like an end frame. An end frame is when they take the engine apart and they put it back together inside the frame. But basically, they put all new parts in. He did that like literally within 2 years of buying that truck. So it was a pretty old truck. You had seen some miles. But that's how good the trucks are, though, because to go 2 years and it needs an end frame and still make a profit and buy a truck for $9,000, that's a good thing, you know what I mean? So it depends on what you plan to do, and it's all up to you. Wherever you go, you can have a bad time, you can have a good time, but it's all about how serious are you about building your career. If I was serious, and personally, just in my opinion, I would go with Schneider, just because I think Schneider gives me more options towards things I want to do. Because I've done refrigerated, and refrigerated can be tough, especially in the winter and especially in the summer. And that sounds weird because you think winter keeps stuff cold. Sometimes refrigerated stuff is meant to be warm. They store boxes of macaroni and cheese at like 70 degrees in refrigerated trailers during the winter because they can't deal with the moisture. So remember that. So you learn stuff like that, but remember, this is all about learning, okay? I still say, if you can, go towards Schneider. I would still say Schneider's the better. Ask the other drivers out here, they can give you their opinion, but I still say Schneider's better. But it ultimately depends. Even with all my opinions, it ultimately is going to depend on which one has freight, a source of freight in your area, and how far are they from your house or close to your house. That's what you ultimately got to do. So you got to go ask some drivers. Alright guys, that's truckdriver101.com. Hope that helped you, man. Send me another message if you had any more questions or anything else. And you guys can send me messages. And also, if you're interested in getting a game plan on how to get into trucking, I have a little audio program I did. It costs $2.99. Buy it if you want it, if you need it. It's for people new to truck driving, not for people with experience. Haven't done that one yet. We'll be doing that one soon. Alright guys, that's truckdriver101.com.